All right, I bet you're wondering why Nicole isn't here. And that's because today I wanted to talk about a Make It Monday for grilling, and I enjoy grilling. And so we're going to talk about making some Montreal steak seasoning. And so I thought this would be good because we had some steaks left over from a menu. And then I went to the pantry to look at this old seasoning bottle that we've had. And it's all like clumped together and kind of doesn't look too appetizing. But then I read on the back. And so the ingredients are coarse salt, spices. It just says spices. Don't know what that means. But it includes black pepper and red pepper. So there's more than that. Garlic, sunflower oil, and then natural flavor. I don't know what that means, and so I looked it up. Distilled, fermented, or otherwise manipulated in a lab. Doesn't seem natural to me. And so yeah, natural flavor doesn't sound too appetizing and too good if you're wanting to have healthy stuff. And then the last ingredients is extractives of paprika. And so apparently you don't have paprika, you just extract some of the paprika. I don't know. So we're going to dive right in and make our very own homemade Montreal steak seasoning. So you might wonder, why would we do Montreal steak seasoning? Because I think if we weren't to do this seasoning, it would be a missed steak. I've got all of our ingredients right here, and it's super simple. And so let's go ahead and get started. So first thing we're going to need is some salt. We will need 2 whole tablespoons. And so we'll see if I'm messier than Nicole is, because that's kind of become her trademark, is making a mess on the counter and sniffing her food. So I feel like she's registered both of those trademarks. I'm not sure if I can do that. Alrighty, look at that nice Himalayan pink. Himalayan pink. That's what we're going with. You can also use sea salt. That works as well. Oh, look at that. I didn't even get one whole thing of it. And so that's about, yeah, not even half. So back to the old drawing board.
Back to the old grindstone.
To the grindstone, get it? And we'll just add a little bit more in here.
I'm telling you, it is a pain.
There we go. All right, perfect. Salt. Woo! Get the guns out, sun's out. All right, a little organic smoked paprika. We like it smoked around here. And so that is also going to be 2 whole tablespoons. So let's get that all mixed in. I'm going to put that right there. So you have that nice pink color. And now the burnt smoked paprika. Delicious. All right, perfect. Next thing we need, garlic powder. And so let's grab out our garlic powder. And this is going to only be 1 tablespoon here of the garlic powder. Also organic. We try to get all the ingredients fresh, no additives, no extra special stuff found in there. And we're just going to top that off a little bit there, and we'll slide that right in there. Perfect. All right, last thing, back to the old grindstone with our pepper. And we're also going to have 1 tablespoon of black pepper. And so one of the concerns is this might be a little spicy for the kids on their steaks, but it's not like you put it on the entire steak, you just put it on the outside. And so hopefully it'll give a nice little bit of flavor. And oh yeah, so that ground up pretty well. All right, we'll slide that right in there, make it look nice and pretty. All right, last tablespoon, and then we go down to the teaspoons, is red pepper flakes. Oh yes, look at how good those look. And so what is your guys' favorite thing to add to steaks? I know the one thing that I think is a rule when it comes to steaks, you never add, my dad does it, I think it's gross, is just ketchup. That seems wrong. I used to like A1 sauce, not anymore. I want to stick with just natural seasonings in my steaks. And so that's why I love Montreal steak seasoning. And I hope we're going to love this even better because it seems healthier. All right, now we're going to move down to the teaspoon. And so we have, and the teaspoon's just 3 more ingredients. First of which is going to be onion powder. We don't have onion powder. We like to use granulated onion. And so, onion, did I say onion? Onion. Onion. All right, so we'll add that all in right there. And then coriander. Also organic. In there. I'll add that right there. And then the last thing, interestingly enough, is dill seed. Dill seed has more of the spice flavor to it, whereas the dill weed is a little bit more subtle flavor, and we want to have that extra spice. And so there it is. Why don't you zoom in on that? That's what we're working with right there. And it's as simple as that. And so we'll grab the handy spoon here. And we'll just get it all mixed up. Give it a stir.
Good.
Yeah, can you smell that? I'll have to do the, maybe we'll have Nicole come over. All right, so Nicole's here to see if it passes the sniff test. And so,
I don't want my trademark to be sniffing.
no.
It's just important, don't you think?
Yeah,
I mean,
you want to, well, I think, don't they say that a lot of taste is in the smell?
There you go.
So it's an important component of it.
Am I
So
sniffing
smell,
this
yeah,
up?
so smell that. I mean, that's got to really, like, it hits you, bam. There's like a lot of smell in that.
There's a lot of smell.
Strong smell. What do you smell? A lot of the pepper. You get a lot of the salt and the pepper in
Yeah,
there to
a
me.
lot of salt and pepper.
Right. Give that
This is really pretty.
a whiff.
Oh, wow. Does it call for the smoked, or does it call for regular paprika?
You can use both. Yeah, I prefer like a smoked paprika. I feel like that would just gives it a little bit more flavor. I like the flavor of the smoked paprika more. Interestingly
very
enough,
smoky, but it super reminds me of like a grill. Oh, another thing, beef jerky.
That's what
That's
I
Kayla
said.
said,
That's
so
what I said. It totally
kind of
smells
like a beef jerky vibe to it.
Yeah, it's different
Yeah.
completely from that
Yeah,
one.
and so interesting. When I was looking up different Montreal steak seasoning recipes, a lot of the extractives of paprika they use mostly is just for the coloring. But in this one, I think with the smoked paprika, you get a little bit more of the flavor there, and so I'm really excited.
I'm excited to taste it.
Try it out.
It
Yeah.
makes me want to taste it.
Yeah. Welcome back to the taste test. And so first we're going to start over here with our store-bought steak seasoning.
Well done.
It's good, yeah. It's good. Come on over, bud. It's okay. That's the store kind of bought. You like the store-bought stuff? A lot of salt in that.
Mm-hmm. It was a lot of salt. Yeah, pretty salty.
Pretty salty. Okay.
I didn't feel like it had any flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Just felt flavored, like salty, like it was a good piece of meat.
Yeah. And I will say the color
Ooh,
on this
smells
homemade
good.
stuff is a lot brighter, more vibrant.
I'm excited. Ready? Okay.
Oh yeah.
A lot of flavor.
Paprika, you can taste right out of the gate. Mm-hmm.
Very spicy though.
Spicy?
Yes. So the
Spicy.
peppers, the red peppers,
Yeah.
I'd leave out for my kids, but besides that,
Right. So what do you think? Store-bought, or do we go with the homemade?
homemade.
What do you think?
It's really good.
Homemade? So Nicole has some thoughts.
Okay, the homemade doesn't taste like the McCormick, so I wonder
Different flavor profiles for sure.
why that is when you use the same ingredients.
It's a good question. I think the homemade one is a little bit more of the smoked paprika flavors coming right out, and it feels like the flavors are more layered, whereas the traditional one is just, it's a lot of salt. It's just a ton of salt, and you also have the pepper in there. I don't think you get much outside of the salt and pepper flavor. Whereas the other one, I think you can taste the red pepper flakes. I think you can taste the paprika. You taste some salt. You can taste some pepper in there. So it's got more flavors.
Well, definitely you can taste more flavors. But I would even suggest trying just the paprika. Oh, I mean, I love the smoked flavor, but just to see if it would taste more like this. But I do wonder why they taste different.
Yeah, interesting.
But this is very salty.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. It's good to have you. So we've made a decision on what to do with this.